What's up, noobs? I'm Greener, this is Greener Gaming. Log in and let's go!
Alright, so today we're going to be going over the top 10 cards from Forged in the Barrens. I've never done a card review video before. If this video goes well, hey, maybe I'll do another one in the future. And if it doesn't, maybe I'll never make another one ever again. But you gotta try something new, right? I should preface this list by saying this is just my opinion. If you disagree with anything I say in this video, hey, tell me about it in the comments below why you disagree. And while you're down there, maybe hit a subscribe, hit that like button. Do a thing for a guy, you know? Alright, so coming in at number 10, we got Serena Bloodfeather. She's a 2-mana 1/1, battle cry, choose an enemy minion, steal attack and health from it until this has more. I love this card because this is like a reverse the tempo on your opponent type of card. Like they play something big and beefy, and maybe you're like, oh, no, sir, not today. And then you play Serena Bloodfeather, and boom, now you have more stats on the board. And for 2 mana, that seems pretty juicy. And with this new expansion, it looks like they're trying to slow the pace of the game down. It's becoming a little more board-centric. So having a card like this that can take the board back from your opponent seems pretty valuable. Alright, coming in at number 9, we got the Far Watch Post. Now, I really like the whole addition of the watch posts to the game. I mean, I used to play WoW back in vanilla days, and I was always Horde. The Barrens brings back fond memories. But the Far Watch Post is a 2-mana 2/4. It can't attack, but after your opponent draws a card, it costs 1 more, up to 10. I like this a lot because, like I said earlier, the game's slowing down, and this sort of disrupts your opponent's game plan pretty substantially. Popping down a 2/4 on turn 2 can be very difficult to deal with. A lot of cards struggle with, maybe they remove something with 3 health, but not 4. So the chances of Far Watch Post sticking around are pretty high. This can deny your opponent key turns because, oops, I can't play that card on 3 anymore because now it costs 4 mana, etc. You can think of other scenarios, but I really like the disruption, and for 2 mana, hey, why not, right? Which brings us to number 8, the Morshan Watch Post. It's a 3-mana 3/5, it can't attack, but after your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/2 grunt. So if you're running both of these watch posts in your deck, you can curve out nicely, right? Like the 2-mana 2/4 right into the 3-mana 3/5. And 2/4, 3/5, like those are difficult minions to remove. And I like the watch posts so much because it really makes your opponent think about what they can and cannot play. Like, do you want to give your opponent the 2/2 grunt? Maybe you have a handful of minions. Do you just not play anything? Or do you risk it all and you gotta fight for board against all those 2/2s? But the watch posts in particular, I think, help slow down the game because we are coming out of so many just aggro metas, and it's nice to see some cards that force the game to slow down. So coming in at number 7, we have Kargal Battlescar, and this is a 7-mana 5/5 battle cry. Summon a 5/5 lookout for each watch post you've summoned this game. And I mean, there's a reason I'm doing it in this order, right? Because you can see this is your reward card for running watch posts. I mean, not only do the watch posts disrupt your opponent's game plan, maybe give you a board, they can't attack, right? So you have a bunch of stats on board that you can't hit your opponent in the face with, and this is the payoff card. So if you're running a bunch of watch posts in your deck, and then you get this little baby, oh boy, you got a big spicy board of 5/5s. How's your opponent gonna deal with that, huh? I mean, they'll have to use some sort of AoE removal, or they'll just tank like 15 damage to the face. I don't know. I really like the flavor of the watch post into Kargal Battlescar. It fits so nice, you know? Coming in at number 6, we got Firemancer Flurgle. That name is just really fun to say. He's a 2-mana 2/3. After you play a Murloc, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Look, I don't know if Murloc Shaman is going to be a thing. Murloc decks are fun, and we haven't seen a good Murloc deck in a hot minute. What was the last one? Like Murloc Paladin? And even that was like iffy. But I like the idea of a Murloc that helps you fight for board while you're playing other Murlocs. Because Murlocs are historically cheap minions with low health costs, so they're easily removed in a lot of cases. But if you just like pop this baby down and then shoot out some pew pew little small Murlocs, all of a sudden your opponent's board's gone and you got this big giant board of, Flurglins. I mostly picked this card because I really like saying Flurgle. All right, coming in at number 5, we got Niru Fireblade. He's a 5-mana 5/5. Battle cry, if your deck is empty, open a portal that fills your board with 3/2 imps each turn. Warlock has this archetype now where you just burn off most of your deck with a bunch of cards, and this is your reward for like burning your whole deck. The portal that opens, like, it can't be attacked, right? So you just have this generator that keeps pumping out a board full of 3/2s that your opponent can't really do anything about. They just have to either kill you or keep clearing all these 3/2s. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of burning your deck because it's like a high risk, high reward type of archetype, and this seems like a pretty decent payoff. And I mean, there are other cards in this archetype that make it work. It's cool that the front half of Ticketus is now a thing, right? It actually helps you achieve this goal. But I don't know, I like the flavor, I like the infinite generator, and I'm a big fan of Warlock anyway, so I don't know. This is going to be fun to mess around with. All right, coming in at number 4, we have Celestial Alignment, which is the coolest artwork in the game, I think. I mean, I chose it for the background of this video. It's a 7-mana arcane spell. Set each player to 0 mana crystals. Set the cost of cards in all hands and decks to 1. Now, I don't know if this is a meme card or a dream card, but I love it. This idea is so funny to me because it's so absurd, right? I think what you want to do with a card like this is you develop a board that your opponent can't deal with, right? With Druid, you can ramp up pretty quick, toss out some stuff early, and then boom, Celestial Alignment, your opponent has no mana crystals, so they can't remove, you know, the big board that you just put down in front of them. I mean, unless they top deck like a 1-mana Twisting Nether or something, but come on, what are the chances of that happening? And since it's only an epic, I mean, you can do this twice in a game. That's a whole lot of shenanigans. It probably is just a meme card, but it looks super, super fun. I can't wait to play around with it, because I mean, just picture like a big board of, I don't know, Taunty Boys, because they're trying to make Taunt Druid a thing, right? And then, oops, you can't deal with it, because you have no mana. Haha, tricked ya. Got him. All right, coming in at number 3, we have a Xyrella. She's a 4-mana 4/4. Battle cry. If you've restored health this turn, deal that much damage to all enemy minions. Now look, it's no secret that I don't like Priest. I'm very vocal about it in a lot of my videos. I just hate Priest. But since we're sort of getting this new like board-centric Hearthstone, and with some of the new Priest cards, like it seems like even Priest are going to have to adhere to this, you know, board-centric meta. And if you're fighting for board, Xyrella is your perfect clear. I mean, Priests don't really have a whole lot of decent AoE clear. I mean, like, we had Holy Nova and Breath, right? But that's for low health stuff. But they brought back Flash Heal into the core set. So boom, heal yourself for 5, pop down Xyrella, do 5 to the entire board, which I think is pretty dope. Also, I love the artwork on this card. And maybe this is the expansion where I warm back up to Priest, because I've disliked Priest for so long. I want to like it. I don't know. But with a card like this, maybe it's possible. Alrighty, coming in at number 2, we have Reckless Apprentice, a 4-mana 3/5. Battle cry, fire your hero power at all enemies. Now look, Mage is my jam. I've been playing Mage a whole bunch ever since Hearthstone started, and I really like the archetype of a hero power mage. And I think this is the expansion where it's actually going to work, mostly in part to this card. You know, there are other support cards for hero power mage. What was that other one that like makes your hero power do 1 extra damage? But if they have a whole board of stuff, you toss out Reckless Apprentice, boom, your hero power hits all the board plus face, and that sets you up for the big payoff, which is our number 1 card, Mordresh Fire Eye, a 10-mana 10/10. Battle cry, if you've dealt 10 damage with your hero power this game, deal 10 damage to all enemies. And this is the moneymaker right here, right? Because not only is it an AoE clear, it's also a Pyroblast on a stick. Like with all the support we have now for your hero power doing cool stuff, this is the perfect card. Like this is your perfect finisher. Doing 10 damage to everything is a big deal, especially if you can survive until, turn 10 or whatever. By that point, your opponent's probably pretty low health. So this could be the linchpin that wins you the game. Also, I know there's some shenanigans you can do with like conjured mana biscuits and potion of illusion to create some sort of OTK version of this deck, which is also cool because it's not like a turn 6 Mozaki, I hate my life kind of OTK. The Mordresh FireEye OTK variant would probably, it seems like it takes a good amount of work for you to be able to achieve it, which I'm fine with. I'm cool with OTK decks as long as you got to put the work in. I don't like OTK decks that kill you on turn 6. Cough, cough, OTK Demon Hunter and Mozaki Mage. And since I love Mage so much, I'm so excited for this card. I mean, nobody ran it, but I had a lot of fun with Pyroblast, especially when you randomly generated it. And with Pyroblast gone, Mordresh is a Pyroblast with a 10/10 body. What's not to love? Alright, so that was my top 10 cards of Forged in the Barrens. Do you agree with the things I've said? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Either way, leave a comment down below. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Go check out my other videos. I really hope this video does well, so the next time the meta becomes stale, we can make more videos like this. But anyway, GG.